Football, America's true passion. The game is fast, attractive, and intense. Just like basketball, which is fun, exciting. But why isn't baseball either attractive or fun to African Americans? Over the next several minutes, you'll find out reasons why African Americans and baseball don't mix. I caught up with Grove's head baseball coach, Kevin Brown, and asked him how he can attract more blacks to play baseball.
Most things you got to appeal to kids and what they're interested in, and not only minorities, but also we also have a Hispanic population at Groves and a Caucasian population. But specifically, I think you've got to kind of make it fun for them, make it worthwhile to come out, not just to come out and stand around for 2 hours and get 3 swings and 1 ball hit and go home. I think you've got to you got to sell that it's a fast-paced game. You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn about team working together, sportsmanship, and just trying to make it more fun.
I caught up with Savannah State head basketball coach Horace Broadnax, and then asked him why choose basketball.
It's a tough sport to try to attract kids, I think, but it's just a shift. I mean, the kids just gravitate to basketball and football for the most part. Definitely here in the Southeast, but and in the inner city cities, the kids are more attracted to basketball. But basketball is just simple. I mean, you could play one-on-one. You could play, you could practice dribbling, shooting. You could, get 2 people. You could play, like you say, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 5-on-5. Baseball is kind of tough. Sometimes I used to play with my kids, but if they jack the ball out, I got to go around a long ways to go get the ball.
Atlanta Braves right fielder Jason Hayward is part of the low percentage of African Americans in Major League Baseball. In a recent interview with RollingOut.com, Hayward encourages African American youth to become involved in baseball. Hayward partakes in LEAD, which is an organization that creates opportunities for black baseball players. And then asked Coach Brown, what other ways can we get black players more involved?
Promoting in the inner cities. And I know just in our area here, in our recreation departments here, as I go around and see, small, younger teams play, there is a large percentage of minorities playing. And, I can see that number definitely increasing.
With the emergence and exposure of the NFL and NBA, Major League Baseball has seen its African American participation drop to 8%, while the other 2 leagues promote their African American athletes. I asked Coach Broadnax as to why this is happening.
Guys between probably mid-50s to, I would say 60 to 80s, were, if you do some history on those African Americans, strived and they just had a tremendous passion for the game. And I think it's just a generational shift. If you look at today's culture of hip-hop and NBA basketball, that kind of meshes together.
Groves baseball coach Kevin Brown is very passionate about this subject, and he believes the participation in African Americans can rise.
I think, the interest is there. We've just got to kind of harness that, that desire from the players and kind of keep pushing in the right direction.
Savannah State, an historically black college, has over 50% white players. I asked head coach Kevin Brown what he can sell to the African Americans to get them more involved.
That's a hard sell because really if you look at what the NCAA is doing now, I think baseball is maybe about 12 or 11.7 scholarships, and basketball has 15 and football has how many ever, depending on what classification you're talking about. So to say, oh yeah, you come play baseball, you're going to get an opportunity, that's a hard sell there. But really it kind of goes back to what I was talking about as far as an outdoor game. Get off the couch, quit playing the Wii and the Xbox and all that stuff, and get outside in the great outdoors and play America's pastime, which is the greatest game ever invented in the sport of baseball.
So I pulled out my crystal ball and asked Coach Broadnax if he sees baseball making a comeback, or will basketball remain king?
If individuals see it as an opportunity, I think me personally, baseball you could play it in the mid 40s with little or no effort. You know, if you keep yourself in shape. You know, I think Ricky Henderson played the mid 40s, Nolan Ryan played the mid 40s. So I mean, if guys were educated a little bit more about it, and I think some people are trying to make an education, but you know, people are attracted to the fast pace, the instant highlight, instant gratification of basketball. I mean, when you get on a basketball court, you shoot a jumper, or it's going to be some scoring. Baseball, sometimes it's kind of slow, you know. I mean, from my perspective, it's kind of slow, and I mean, it's entertaining, but the NBA is instant gratification, instant entertainment.
Lastly, I asked Coach Brown, what is the biggest factor into getting more African Americans involved in baseball?
You know, it's the cornerstone of most things in youth sports is your coaching, you know, and it's volunteer coaching. And so I think the you know, the gentlemen and the ladies as well who are volunteering their time to teach, you know, kids the game of baseball. I think that's going to be, you know, one of the biggest selling points there is to get the adults involved to teach kids to do, you know, to play the game the right way.